Welcome back to my channel. This is a reading for Leo, and this will be for the month of February 2023. I'm kind of reading from 3 different decks here, and I will also do an extra couple of cards here, possibly, depending on how long we go through on this. I did put quite a few clarifiers on some of the reading here, but overall, I will do the general synopsis, and then we'll get right into it. But for the moment, I'll start out with the immediate cards here, which is the Sharina Fortune cards. And then we've got a couple of other cards here regarding love, success, and breathe. These are your advice cards for this month. And we will be taking you through the cards of marriage, lion, judgment, and fool are the main energies out this month. So just in general, the card of marriage, you are attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. The lion card is harness the loyal and protective aura of the lion and charge ahead magnificently. And then we have the judgment card. Soul searching will bring inner peace to many areas of your life, as well as the fool card. Have the courage to embrace change, take risks, and be adventurous. So the energy I feel that you're in this month is definitely a committed one. It does seem like family is really important. I feel like you're really strongly involved around your connections are extremely involved this month. But it feels like there's also a lot of a new beginning for you. I feel like you're in the place of a new beginning. When we go through the tarot, there was a lot of cards that came up there, you know, 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands. 10s are all about that official ending of a lot of different things in your life. And so whether this is the end of a marriage or whether this is the beginning of, you know, a new aspect of your life and you're trying to hang on to the marriage that you have that might have gone through a lot of challenges, either way, there is some kind of a judgment that's coming through here as well, because you are in a place of really soul searching and doing a lot of reflection on your life right at this point, because you are ready for a new beginning on so many levels, especially with the Fool card coming through. So it definitely feels like this is in around your connections this month. And again, family is coming through strongly too, as well in the tarot cards. So when we talk about the marriage card, and again to the Fool, and then again, you know, they're all really major cards here. So I want to just sort of start out with judgment. Actually, I'm kind of bounce around a bit here, but the judgment card is about you taking that long, hard look at your life. It's really about, you know, figuring out what it is that you want in your life. What are the things that give you the most pleasure? What are the things that you need to develop within yourself? You know, what does the ideal life look like for you at this time? And what is it that you feel needs to change and able to reach that goal? So, you know, you're trying to review your life. You're trying to renew your life. You're trying to strengthen your relationships. You're looking for some kind of inner peace. So that's taking a look at all the things that you doubt, what you thought you were capable of, and what you actually are capable of. It's knowing the path through, you know, wisdom, right? And so this is really, you know, being and able to identify something to change. You have to identify it within yourself to be able to make that change. So, and able to go the distance, and again, be committed, because you do have the high priestess or high priest energy here as well. It feels like you really need to do a lot of inner soul searching again, and as well as you might even be doing a little more education. For some others, you're getting that information from counselors or higher authorities, something along that line. But it is significant changes coming in this month, really big emotionally life-changing, life-altering sort of decisions that you're making, because you're trying to come up with some kind of new way to inspire yourself. You're in a place of trying to protect family here as well with the lion, and protect those that you care about. But there's also this sense of, you know, how do I juggle it all? How do I still keep going forward? Be brave, be fearless, be loyal to everybody. You know, how do I, you know, use my power in the most effective way, you know, regarding my challenges. And it is strong leadership quality that's coming through here as well, though. Very authoritative, very strong-willed conviction to whatever it is that you're trying to get to the other side with. But again, it definitely feels like a lot of loyalty. That fearless fighter is how the card puts it. But it's loyal to friends and family, and definitely those that you care about. So you might be a little angry this month. Your emotions might be a little heightened, because there's some cards here. Again, we'll go through it later, but there's the 9 of Swords and so on coming through with the tarot. But it is you being the survivor. You have kind of conquered something here that is really, you know, put you on a path that you're trying to turn something around is what I would say. You're trying to turn something around, but there is emotional fulfillment at the end of it, really. And this is definitely fighting the good fight, right? This is something that you care about. This is something you're passionate about. These are people that you're really connected with. Family members comes through strongly, but that key to happiness is definitely about finding harmony in those connections, and that is important to you. So your personal relationships are very much a part of this new life that, you know, you're going into. But it's also about loyal, you know, conviction too, right? So being true to yourself, and you want to be respected in whatever it is that you do, but you are coming through as somebody who's fiercely protecting your partnerships, your, you know, your business. All of those things are very significant to you this month. And so going into the card of the Fool, of course, that one still sort of speaks to the same. Like I said, there were some other cards that kind of bounced out here too, like the Coffin came out, but I didn't take it, but it is still waiting for something to close out. It's almost like you need to heal something or resolve something, enable for you to be able to go forward. You don't want to worry about something, so you're trying to look after everybody so that it looks after you in a sense. And as I said, I mean, you're trying to reach some kind of conclusion to be able to go for before you can go forward. So again, Fool energy is all about kind of that energy of you know, being able to adapt and learn new skills. You know, you want to experience some new things. It's about unlimited potential. It's all of those things, but you're finding yourself on that new journey, and you really do have to have the strength and the ability to get through it and, you know, overcome these burdens that are in your way. But there's also that sense of reinventing yourself here as well, because whatever those changes were that you were expected to go through, it is improving you as a person. So we'll just get right into the tarot here also. And I do want to just go through these cards here before we get right into it. So the Love card, the Success cards, these were the ones that came out for your overall advice for this month. So Love card, before you can truly love another, you need to open your heart and allow yourself to receive love first. If you open your heart to love, it will flow into your soul. So for some of you, you might be just, you love your family, you love your strong connections, but as I say, I mean, this is also about, you know, loving in the way that is the most fulfilling for you, and that will come through allowing yourself to receive that love first as well. So it's making sure that it's reciprocated, not everything going out and not enough coming in. It's a card of success. You're worthy of this success. Allow these feelings of accomplishment to fill you with contentment and self-satisfaction in your achievement. So, you know that you're going in the right direction, and that you are opening up to success. And this could be success in love here as well, but it's about, you know, taking the time here as well to breathe, because it feels like there's a lot of energy going out this month in February. And so just take a few deep breaths and accept that sometimes things don't make sense. Soon enough, everyone will come to their senses to see the situation for what it is. So maybe you're trying to change something that, you know, seems as though it can't be changed. So in that case, as I said, with the card giving you the indication of you need to just breathe, accept things for what they are at this time. Because there may be some things that you really can't change in this month or have any effect on. But either way, it seems like you were fiercely trying to make some kind of changes. Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so we'll start that off as just kind of general energy out, and then I'll flesh it out here. Like I said, I pulled quite a few clarifiers here. So main cards out, Seven of Pentacles, High Priestess, the High Priest, really strong cards there, 2 major arcana, as well as the Nine of Swords. You are in a worrying, anxiety sort of state here. It does look like this is long-term commitments that are affecting you here. You are being a lot more mysterious, or you are the unseen in some way. But the High Priestess is that card of it's the 4 queens rolled into one. So it's somebody who has the knowledge, it's somebody who has the wisdom. There's a lot of psychic energy coming through here this month, and definitely very strong energy of a new beginning as well. Like I said, the High Priestess is really somebody who has all of the knowledge. They know how to maneuver. They do know how to rule. This is somebody who has their emotions in check, but it's also that opportunity to kind of grow through your psychic gifts and that kind of thing. But it's a very calm kind of energy. Somebody who's, you know, delving into occult knowledge, that kind of thing, following their intuition. But I would say it's not the time to let your emotions kind of rule the situation here, because right now you're stuck in the Nine of Swords. So I feel like this is a bit of advice for you, just to make sure that you are coming from, you know, be strong, wise, steady. That kind of thing is the energy of the card, but it is also a time for you to really be neutral. Be neutral and let your intuition guide you. So the next card out, and again, this is just, we'll flesh it out a little bit more as we go. High Priest is dealing with some very big energy in terms of corporate, could be business, could be a job or something that's coming through, could be legal advice or counseling. So for however that resonates for you, and it's also a course of study, you are finding your answers this month to be able to resolve this anxiety, or at least you will be getting some assistance to gain that inner wisdom, that inner knowledge. It is a card of settling disputes, and Taurus energy sort of comes through here as well, but you're furthering your education in some way. You could also be coming through as a spiritual, leader as well, because it is so closely connected to the High Priestess as well as the High Priest. So very strong, wise cards that are up here. And then, of course, with the Nine of Swords, you are worrying about something that you can't control. You want to be able to help maybe, and you can't in a situation. There might be some kind of a crisis that's going on for you or someone else, but it is feeling under attack. It's a sense of being, you know, a victim, or that, you know, a problem is really a little bit too much to handle for you at this time, but it is still, you know, you've got the stamina to go the extra mile, because the 9 is, this situation is almost complete. So you just need to follow through. Again, I've got clarifiers pulled here too, so I'll go through those in just a minute. So starting out, of course, the month is you with the 7 of Pentacles. So you're really in a place of, what do I do here? How do I fix this scenario? Is it in regards to your finances? Is it in regards to family, or something in around both of those areas that somehow impacts you? But it is also a time of harvest, so you're really having to put some time in here, and then you just have to wait until something kind of grows, or you know, maybe your personal power is growing here as well because of the connection to these cards here. But that 7 of Pentacles is still a card of, you know, reward coming down the road. Some kind of a goal is yet to be achieved. It's just not in that space right yet. You're still accumulating knowledge. You're still trying to get to the core of you, and it's certainly an ethical place that you're in at this time to be able to move in this energy. So when we talk about the 7 of Pentacles, the cards out that followed was the 5 of Wands, a competitive card. A lot of jealousy might be around you at this time, and it does seem to be around finances or money. So some new beginning that you're trying to, you know, to make some changes around your stability for sure. Seems to be, you know, you're competing on some level with somebody, or somebody is interfering in some way, that it doesn't allow you to get to this new beginning just yet. It is further out, but you are still in the place of kind of skill building or contemplating something. Again, the Ace of Pentacles is a card of, you know, the beginning of some kind of money cycle, beginning of a job that might be coming up here that you're still sort of skill building for, or it could be just that, as I say, feels like it's more along the lines of you being in a place where, you know, somebody's applied for a job here, and this is a lot of competition around it. So maybe it's a new position for others, but either way, it is action that is going to manifest in your favor, despite the competition with the 5 of Wands. So you just stay grounded, use your common sense, is what a lot of the cards are saying here, and repeat. I don't feel like you have anything to really worry about, but you will be able to help other people in this situation. There is the desire to help other people strongly in this reading, but it's definitely wealth and health and happiness and, you know, fortune over the long haul. But you have to just manifest things out here a little bit longer to kind of get to that abundance. So right now you are still in the place of contemplating how to kind of move something ahead despite all the obstacles. And again, that 5 of Wands is an energy of competition. So again, you could be competing in a situation, or you somehow feel challenged. Could be a lot of petty arguments around money at this time as well. But, you know, whatever these different opinions are, you just have to remain positive and keep problem solving, because overall, you are the one that does get to the other side here with the positive money path and a new beginning. So there is, like I say, some disagreements that you need to kind of work through, problem solve, all of that. But overall, you have such strong positive cards. You are the leader here for sure, because you have a lot of conclusive energy. You have the Ten of Wands, and again, this is due to some kind of significant insight that you're gaining. You are now in a place of finishing up things. You also have the Ten of Swords. You know, hard cycle, been a lot of exhausting energy around you, but you are now in a place where you are going to be able to move something ahead here. I feel you're a lot more charismatic, and certainly with that Queen of Pentacles, you're using your resources really wisely in this situation. I feel like you are really making some strong, powerful moves to really gain some tread here, some traction. So again, when we're talking about the Queen of Wands, this is somebody I still feel there's two queens here. So this could be two female parties that are sort of in conflict as well for others of you, but definitely the Queen of Wands speaks to, you know, somebody, strong cards of leadership anyway on a lot of different fronts here. And again, there's actually 3 tens, but mind you, these are sort of the clarifiers now that I see the 10 of Pentacles out there. But this is somebody who's got a really strong charismatic energy. This is somebody who likes to get things done. The Queen of Wands is all about their passions and being enthusiastic and really embracing the day. You know, they're quite, you know, multitaskers and mischievous, and, you know, somebody who is really intense all around. But they have a really good sense of humor, and I feel like this could be you coming through here as well, but Aries is relevant. And again, the Queen of Pentacles is still somebody who's really taking control of their money, really careful, and with the combination here, very skilled in the way that you're promoting yourself. So I feel like you've really got a lot of power ahead here, even if you're in this little sort of softer energy of kind of mystery, and it's kind of still in a place of contemplation. Like I said, with the Seven of Pentacles, these are the main cards out. They're more passive energy, more sitting around in the head a little bit. But your next cards out will be that you take action, and you will be making good use of those resources. So some of you might be a little further out with this energy. Like I said, if it doesn't resonate for you this month, you don't all make the same decisions, same date, that kind of thing. So again, for sure, energy, especially when it's really big and impactful, it's not settled up in a couple of days. It's usually something you process over the course of time. But Queen of Pentacles, again, really strong energy, very receptive energy, people that are really looking after family, and you know, that's somebody who's very concerned about their connections, and definitely somebody who is very family oriented. Earth sign is always sort of that homemaker energy, but loyal person, loyal friend, all of that. Very concerned around family matters as well. So, but you've got family matters as well as career moves, you know, kind of coming in here as well. So there could be some luck in turning that around for yourself or for others. Capricorn could be relevant here also. Then we're moving into that High Priest energy. Like I said, there's a lot of structure and order that's required to kind of make something happen. So even if you're not feeling it right now, I feel like you're in the place of, like I said, contemplating how to strategize this out. You are relying on some higher resources. You're relying on some higher energy here. Like this is a bigger card of knowledge, a bigger card of you know, of advice that comes through. So this is somebody that's helping you to figure out how to move forward in something. So I do feel like you will be able to either be a spiritual leader yourself, or you're getting that advice from wise counsel. So the next card's out, again under wise counsel, is that could be around, there could be even a government source or something, or a corporate matter where there's a lot of spying. Somebody's really watching you, but there is a lot of reciprocated energy, you know, give and take, given back and forth, energy with the Six of Pentacles. And then of course that's in around a family matter. So whatever the situation is, you are sort of being watched, and the family is being watched, but something like that. Or again, there is somebody in authority that is assisting you in around a legacy emergency sort of financial situation. So for others of you, but there is definitely something that's coming through as wise motives, wise movements ahead here, especially with that Six of Pentacle energy. There's help. There's help that's coming through that's really helping to advance something to that family situation or that family dynamic. Six of Pentacles, like I say, is always a give and take sort of energy here. So whether you're helping out family, through some kind of wise counsel, or from a place of, extreme, I don't want to say extreme power, but it's certainly a wiser power, a wiser divine kind of energy, because once you've hit those, you were just in the energy over here with the Ten of Wands and sort of finishing up a cycle where you had a lot of commitments, not enough time, you needed to really prioritize things. And I think now you're in the place of strategizing and really organizing yourself in a far better way, because you have been overwhelmed in the past. And again, you had the overload as well as the Ten of Swords. So there's definitely a lot of energy around kind of scrambling to get things done or to tie up loose ends, that kind of thing. But there is also a sense, like I say, that Six of Pentacles next to the 10 it's a sense of a gift coming through, or emotional support, or some kind of connection. Could be a scholarship coming through for those of you that are involved with education, but it definitely is some kind of prosperous, abundant time here. So you're getting some assistance, whether it's this time, energy, or money, but there's something coming through. You are still very much stuck in this Nine of Swords. How do I go about this? You got a lot of cards of overwhelm here, so you're tying up some loose ends here in this month. You also have that Seven of Wands, so there's a real defensive kind of energy, but also sort of an angry sort of feel as well. Queen of Swords could be assisting someone who is a Libra or an air energy here, but we also have the Three of Pentacles, and again, these were all clarifiers. But we also have the energy of the Eight of Wands, and we also have the ultimate card of the Sun. So if we were just to kind of spread this out a little bit, again, that Seven of Wands energy still speaks to having a lot of momentum. There's a lot of kind of intensity in this month, I would say, for you. I feel like 7 is kind of a luckier number, but I feel like this is a time for you to put your, you're being challenged in some way by whatever this situation is. You're really challenged. And again, there's kind of a Libra Gemini sort of energy here, but there's a lot of adrenaline that is, around whatever this challenge is, overcoming this challenge, this obstacle. But there's still a lot of enthusiasm, like I said, as well. There's some leadership qualities that you're having to kind of unpack to be able to get through this situation. So again, we do have that Three of Pentacles energy. So this could be in around a financial situation that you're trying to get a grip of, some kind of higher level learning that you're trying to aspire to. But either way, it is still a card of, really trying to make a success or put some hard work and focus behind something. And this is definitely focused energy. For those of you that are in an employment situation, it is progress either way. And so it's a chance for you to learn on the job, some kind of new skill or job training here also. When we get down to the Eight of Wands, that's still a card of high intense energy around really trying to finish up a project, really trying to finish up something that you've started. It doesn't feel like this is a new project, even though I do see for some of you there is some kind of new money path here. And so maybe you are just put into this position. You're now trying to have to how do I manage the level I'm at? How do I maintain this? How do I get a particular job done? Because the Eight of Wands is definitely a lot of flying, feverish energy to manifest something. It's positive movement forward for sure. And it's definitely, for some of you, long distance communication can be a part of that. Although for me, I see other cards that go with that. So I'm just going to leave that hanging out there as it will. But it definitely is a lot of creative, grounded energy in this month. Again, when I see the Sun out here too, the Sun is a very positive card. Could be around helping a child here as well to kind of grow and level up here. But the Sun card for sure is one of, harmony and balance and happiness. This is the optimistic outlook. Further out, of course, it's not in the month of February, but I definitely feel like you have a promise of success if you just stay to the course here and just keep doing what you're doing. I know it's a lot of time and energy, but it's quite focused energy because there's a lot of like I said, there's a lot of assertiveness in this month to get something done. High achieving cards. Definitely cards of success for sure. Something coming your way. Could be a celebration as well around a child, is something along that line. But either way, it is personal power, and it's definitely about a lot of enthusiasm and happiness that will be the result of all of this hard-earned effort. And I don't know if I can go through too much more on that front. I do have... maybe I'll just pull one of the Archangel cards here as well. What is the best advice for Leo for the month? Knight of Ariel. There is so much to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan, being watched over by someone kind. So definitely you've got spirit backing you here, but there is a sense that you're throwing yourself right out there to finally accomplish something. And again, when I start seeing all this energy of the High Priestess and the High Priest, I mean, there's such quiet kind of energies of working on something, you know, getting something done. It's such a quiet energy, but it's such a dominant energy, and it's such a strong spiritual connection energy. It just feels like you have a lot on the go here, but you're really in a place of deep spiritual knowledge, you know, to be able to get to this kind of energy. It's really deep spiritual knowing. You, I feel, are somebody who is either a bit of an old soul or has a lot to offer in terms of practical wisdom. Because like I say, I mean, the High Priestess is really somebody who has all of the queens mixed into one. So you have some really strong psychic connections here that you're relying on. High Priestess as well, just in terms of romance, could be that somebody's not really telling you everything. But there's still such positive energy here that I don't feel like there's anything to fear if that were the case. And again, we still have, even in the work environment, I don't feel like you might be opening up and revealing a lot about yourself if we're talking about that scenario, even though you are attracting people to you. But there's still that energy of a real knowingness. You are somebody who has a little bit of, you know, overly, how do I say, you're secretive, a little bit sort of a sexual kind of sly energy here as well. But it's definitely somebody who likes to keep to themselves, not talk about themselves, at least in this month. And I definitely feel like you are in kind of a place of hiding your inner motives maybe as well, because you're listening to your inner voice. I don't feel like you need to reveal anything at this time. You just have a lot going on, and I feel like your personal path is going to be revealed here. For those of you, if it seems like it's a little unclear, I feel like you're just trying to get an understanding of how to go forward with something, but you have the ability to achieve everything that you want here. Like I said, you've got a lot of inner wisdom. There's a lot of cards of movement and understanding, and a lot of devotion to family and people that are close to you. But you just have a lot on your plate, is what I would say, in the month of February. But I think that, you know, given enough time here by March, you should have something worked out to be able to move forward. Anyway, that's what I have for you, Leo, for the month of February 2023. Hopefully it gives you a little insight to work with. And I should just mention as well, these are just the energies, they're not predictions. So when it's the energy, I feel like it's transmutable. It's something that you can always work with. You can always make different decisions, and, you know, and move in the direction that you want the energy to best favor you. But, I mean, for example, if you had a lot of cards out that were quite negative here, then I think it might be advisable just to go a little bit more inward and sort of be more of, you know, be more of your own counsel, that kind of thing. But all these cards are pretty positive, as I said. The only thing that I see here is that there is some competition around a particular situation, or there might be a lot of petty arguments, that kind of thing, coming through about money or something in around a grounded stability sort of oriented situation, because the Ace of Pentacles does speak to, you know, the arguments, as I said, could be in around that, the beginning of some new project, or the beginning of something that you want to undertake that maybe somebody is in disagreement with. But again, we do have a lot of cards of 9s here. So you're almost finished. You've got 9s and a lot of 10s coming in here. So these are still renewable cycles. These are still things that are just about finished. You're just sorting through, you know, what it is that you need to finish up. And tying up loose ends is really what I would say before you transition to this new beginning. But there is a lot of energy of you trying to protect everybody or look after things, you know, before you kind of move ahead in this new domain here. Because like I say, aces are all about a new beginning, a new money path. And it certainly speaks to something that is going to be around for a long time, because aces are, you know, potential. It's the promise of real potential but it's still just the early stages of something. And again, just to kind of finish it up here with that Ace of Pentacles again, because I think that's where you're really headed for the whole of this. It's going to be you finding the solution to a problem, you know, and that's what I think you're still in debate of. You're finding the solution to a problem here this month. And again, for some of you, this is a new job or a raise or a promotion, but it's something new that's incoming that is profitable for you, and it is an investment of some sort that is going to pay off, and it's going to give you long-term security in some regard. And again, I just feel like you might benefit from some things right now that would be, you know, meditation, or really pulling in to figure it out, because that's really where the beginning cards sort of, your main cards out are in around, is that, you know, you being a little more aloof to be able to resolve an issue. So again, new financial opportunity, new stream of income, whatever that is for you. Ace of Pentacles is definitely a positive reward for something that's going to be that you've planted or invested yourself in. You put some work behind this to really start to realize this is when the timing comes through. You know, the timing is right, and you can kind of upgrade your lifestyle, upgrade your purpose on something, or, you know, just either way, start some kind of something new is starting to emerge with this card. And again, it's a solution. It's a card of finding a solution, especially because it's surrounded by that 5 of Wands energy here. You know, I mean, that is competition. That is argument. That is, you know, really kind of unprofessional sort of energy, but it's you sort of standing guard over whatever your roadway is here to, you know, to get to the other side. So it's just the right place at the right time. And again, Libra energy could also be coming through here. Could be energy, like I said, because the main energy's out, is a lot of defensiveness, a lot of worry, but a lot of intensity is what I'm getting this month. There's a lot of intensity around something that you're trying to bring forward here. And especially too with that 7 of Wands, I feel like you are in a place of really just standing guard of, you know, anybody who's going to challenge you on a situation. So again, you're just steadily working towards something, the realization of that goal. I just feel like you're a little afraid to, you know, take on anything new that might get in the way of you figuring something out. Like, you don't really want to battle something, because there's so many cards here of wisdom and knowledge and deeper transformation, that I just feel like that is where you're guarding your own peace of mind, I guess is probably the best way to say that. You know, but again, it feels like you are finishing up, tying up loose ends. That's what all of these cards kind of speak to me as. You know, you're rushing around, you're really intense, you're really quickly trying to move to this next phase, but in the meantime, you are, you know, taking everything in stride, challenging it, but it feels like you're putting on a lot of energy, but you're doing it from, again, deeper levels of knowledge, because the 5 of Wands is the only real card I see that indicates that there's some real struggle here. You know, that is that card of rivalry. That is that card of competitors. That is that card of, you know, too many people kind of in the way of something else that you want. Or it can be also you just easily triggered around certain situations. And it can also indicate that you have you're putting out a lot of energy, putting out a lot of time and energy in regards to a situation. So anyway, that's what I have for you, Leo, for the month of February. Hopefully that gives you a little insight, like I said, and certainly does speak to you rising to the challenge this month. I definitely feel like you're kind of stressing yourself out, but you are stepping back to kind of create a game plan here as well with that High Priestess, and you're getting some, deep knowledge, whether this is, from gurus or from things that you have confidence or faith in, but wherever this knowledge is coming from, again, this could be a counselor, could be a lot of different things, but either way, the point is that you are getting some kind of inner balance over this stressful situation. Some of you, it could be that there is an issue around a government situation or around a business of some sort that is kind of getting in the way, but again, all the cards are coming through as positive. So even though you're in your own way a little bit here with all this intensity, all of this emotion, all the cards fare in a very, in a very positive way, because you are doing the inner work to get to the other side. So stay positive, because like I said, your end card is the Sun. That's not in this month of February yet for a lot of you. You're still working through this energy, because there's a lot of cards still to be played out here that are the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Wands. But some of you, again, this is going to be further out into the month of March, but it's a lot of energy of still processing how you're moving to the next level. But you are in a definite game changer energy, because 9s and 10s, that's a finish up cycle. You are so close to making something move ahead here. And again, this is still a little further out with that Ace of Pentacles, but you're on the right track. Anyway, that's what I have for you. Keep moving forward, never give up. And again, Leo, I'll do some other future reads here with some different cards, and so stay tuned, and until next time.